YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, so we're back with the weekly rotation. We're closing in on 100 straight weeks, man, but we got a few more weeks to get there, Lord willing. All right, so we're back with another weekly rotation. Smell good, family. But before we get started with that, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy and positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel. Positive vibes only. All right, hopefully everyone is truly doing well. So I had a banger week if I say so myself. I had not a lot, but I had a couple to a few, whatever the difference is there, conversations about my fragrances that I wore during the week. So let's go ahead and jump into it, covering the week of January the 28th. All right, so let's jump in. On Sunday, I was complimented on this fragrance at least 3 times by my wife when I wore it. I got a shout out, my God, the Bishop Jared Miller, for sending this my way. This is a beautiful fragrance from the house of Aaron Terrence Hughes. We have Notorious. Man, I smelled this on a decant a little while ago, and it's awesome, man. You get this beautiful citrus. There's a creaminess from the sandalwood in here. Has a slight spice to it as well. Very well blended. A unique style of like a sweet, spicy, creamy style of a fragrance, man. I think about back in when I was a young lad, they had cream savers by Lifesavers Cream Savers, and smelling this kind of reminded me of that. So this is a great wear, really good performance, man. Thank you, Jared, the Bishop, for sending this over my way. But on Sunday, this was good. My wife complimented it, and she really liked how this was going on me, and so did I. On Sunday, from the house of Aaron Terrence Hughes, we wore Notorious. All right, it's a smaller 30 ml, but with the collection that I have, it's more than enough. All right, up next on Monday, still be dealing with the cold air, the breeze, and all that, man. Very cold down here in Jacksonville. I think it was like 30-something degrees. But I finally got a chance to get a full wearing of this beautiful fragrance from the house of Zaharoff. We went with Signature Black Rose. Signature Black Rose, man. Spices, resinous take, fresh rose, a little sweet, get a little sweet side from the rose. Bold, masculine touch. This is not going to be for everyone, but this is a masterpiece in my opinion. Moving around throughout the day, I just kept getting wafts of myself. I had 2 conversations of Black Rose just in passing. A couple of co-workers, and they wanted to know, what are you wearing? What is that? And I'd say Black Rose, and they never heard of Black Rose. It was like Black Rose, and just had some dialogue, some conversation. But this stuff is amazing, man. It's gonna work for me in the office, and I've said it before. My line of work, I gotta wear slacks and button-ups and hard bottoms throughout the week, and a fragrance like this will go with the flow of my day, especially when I'm in the office. So great fragrance. We did a dedicated review to this, and we also did a live stream where me and the Bishop Jared Miller smelled this for the first time. You can check those out if you're still needing some information on Zaharoff Black Rose. But on Monday, great fragrance, especially for the cooler weather. Good stuff. Zaharoff Signature Black Rose. Probably, I know it's only early in the year, but that might be the fragrance bottle of the year. Up next on Wednesday, I just hadn't worn this one in a minute. I worn a clone of it, but I just haven't worn the OG in quite some time. And I was reminded yet again, you got to put your nose on the original before you just rock out with the clones, even though I love them. But this is an example of that. From the House of Parfums, the Marley, we have Layton. I'm a huge fan of clones. I have them, I discuss them, I wear them, I recommend them. No problem with clones whatsoever. I'm not one of those guys. But the originals, man, where the idea and the DNA came from, it's something to be said about them. And this is just one. You get that crisp green sweet apple, that touch of mint, very minimum off my skin, another creamy vanilla feel, just blended beautifully. Layton is just one of those ones. It's very popular in the community, for sure. And like I said, it's just one of those ones. Mass appealing. One of my coworkers, shout out to Miguel once again. He was like, bro, what is that, bro? What is that? So we discussed it, but just really, really good stuff. Compliment magnet, very mass appealing nature to this fragrance. I haven't heard a soul say that they don't like Layton. This stuff is good. On Tuesday, from the House of Parfums, the Marley, we went with Layton. It's just really good, man. It's just really good. All right. Up next on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we were buttoned up yet again, headed to the office. I had a couple meetings and just kind of one of those days of information. If you know, you know. But this is my choice of the day, and this is competing with the best barbershop fragrance in my collection. From the House of A and Bob, we have Egypt. We have Egypt. I really, 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 really like this fragrance. Barbershop scent, best of both worlds. You get a little earthy feel here. You get that shaving cream type of vibe, that kind of like a modernized barbershop DNA here. Performs really well on my skin. Like I said, a touch of earthiness. It's spices. You get that fresh cut lavender feel. Also like a tonka bean sweetness here. It doesn't exactly go powdery, but has like a slight powdery touch to it as well. But just a beautiful modernized take on the barbershop fougere. And it's just one of those ones. And it's gonna, during the cooler months, fall, winter time is one of my go-tos, especially if I'm at work and it's just one of those days where I'm sitting down receiving information, moving around a little bit. This is something that I really enjoy. Good stuff here on Wednesday from the House of A and Bob. Yes, we have Egypt. Really good stuff here. Really, if you like barbershops, look into that. All right, on Thursday, still dealing with the cool air. Moving around again. And, we did some fun stuff at the job for a lot of my co-workers. And, it was a cooler day out. We were outside. I said, we're going to wear this. We're going to wear this because I am a fan. From the House of Paris Corner, from the Pandora Sense line, we have trying to be smooth. Charuto Mysterious Tobacco. Now, I know this conversation that this is a clone of Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco, Mancero's Red Tobacco. At this point, it doesn't matter to me at all. This stuff is fire. Oh, it's so fire, man. You get this beautiful spicy ginger saffron in here. There's some woods. There's a vanilla sweetness in here. Tobacco in here is not unbearable. It blends really, really well. Kind of like a sweeter side of the tobacco leaf, if that's even a thing. But it's blended in with everything else here. But the opening of this thing is spicy, man. The saffron and the ginger, it just really does its thing. And then the cold air outside and the elements, breeze going, it just smells beautiful, man. So this is, again, the benefit of clone fragrances. And listen, I love Mancera Red Tobacco, but lately I've been gravitating towards this. I've been reaching for this and haven't even looked at my Red Tobacco because I prefer what this has going on right now. Good stuff on Thursday in the cold yet again from the House of Paris Corner. From the Pandora Sense line, we have Charuto's Mysterious Tobacco. This stuff is good, good, good. All right. Moving along to Friday, much more chill day, really relaxed day, still cool out. Not relaxed day, I still had to go to the office, but it wasn't a pressure-packed day, more laid-back day at the office. And I wanted to test this out. Now, normally, this is date night. This is going to be a date night staple, so I won't be wearing this to work a lot, but often going to the office is the first chance I get to really test out fragrances, and this stuff is awesome. From the House of Plume Impressions, we went with Riva Latte. Hey, Impressions. Imperial, excuse me. Imperial. Beautiful, classy, sophisticated bottle. That glass tone with the gold accents. I talked about this a little bit on the channel over the past couple of weeks. To me, to my nose, I get a blend of Parfums de Marly Owojan sprinkled in with some touches of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. That's what I get. And immediately the dried fruits, the warm spiciness, kind of get this cinnamon apple touch. But then I get like this this tonka bean sweetness that just kind of blends in. It kind of gives me that Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille vibe. But ultimately, I just get the combination of the two, all right, just to my nose. And this is really good stuff. So for a date night, me and the wife are out. I'm definitely going to be wearing something like this. I will be wearing this. It performed beautifully. I had a long day Friday, and I was going into the 9th and 10th hour of this fragrance, and it was just shining. I got a compliment very early in the morning of my day. I got a, oh, you smell nice. And I appreciate that, man. So good sillage with this thing here. Was really surprised how well it performed. So I gave myself around 6-7 sprays, and just throughout the day. And if you know how to wear your fragrances, anybody in the comments, oh, you spray too much, shh. I know how to apply my fragrances, all right? If you apply them properly, you create that perfect sillage and scent bubble around you. Shout out to the Guillotine boys out there for sure. But Guillotine gang represent. But this right here is good. Great for date night. I just tested it in the office. Performance is stout. If you're interested in this, head over to So Avant-Garde. Use my discount code to get 20% off and check this one out. Really good stuff on Friday. Still cool out. Very nice day. This was fitting. From the House of Plume Impressions, we have Riva Latte. Hey. Imperial. If we can get you in focus. There we go. Imperial. All right, and last but not least, it wasn't as cold on Saturday. It kind of slightly, I wouldn't call it warmed up, but it wasn't as cold. But it was windy and it was rainy. And I said, you know what? I hadn't worn this in a little while. And I love the DNA, but I haven't worn this version. And I'm so glad I got reintroduced to this. From the House of Mancera on Saturday to close out the week, we went with Intense Cedrat Boisé. Intense Cedrat Boisé. Now the original is my favorite of the two, but I will say I found myself having conversations about, do I like this better than the original? And here's why. Over the past, I want to say 6 months to a year, my nose has really changed to more deeper, heavier, spicier styles of fragrance. And with this having touches of oud and leather and spices in it, still with the beautiful citrus and vanilla touch to this, it just wore heavier off my skin. I didn't get as anosmic to it as I have been in the past, so I picked this up all day long. I'm talking about 13, 14 hours into the day of my day, and get ready to take a shower. I always spray a personal spray on my chest, and it just was coming up through my shirt as I was getting ready to take a shower. So this was all day long. Kept getting wafts of myself throughout the day. If you know the Cedrat Boisé DNA, but you haven't tried the Intense, it's exactly that. A more intense version of the original. I wear this one in the fall and the winter, and I tend to wear the original in the spring and the summer. So that's how I balance out the two. Is it redundant to have both? Yes, it is redundant to have both, because you can wear the original all year long, and honestly, you could wear this one all year long. So I ain't complaining. I'm happy to have both bottles, but we might have to revisit which version I like the best on Saturday to close out the week. This stuff is awesome. Love the DNA. From the House of Mancera, we went with the Intense Cedrat Boisé. All right, so that was my week, man. I had a really good week. Had some good conversation. Thought your boy, myself, talking to myself, thought I was smelling pretty good out here. And it was a great week. Great, versatile week. Some dark fragrances, some spicy fragrances, not so heavier fragrances. Good week. So Smell Good family, what did you guys wear this week? Let me know down below in the comments. Drop your rotation so I can give y'all those fire emojis, man, and we can talk what you wore last week for sure. And if you'd like to be the next member of the Smell Good family, it's very simple. You just gotta like this video, subscribe to the channel, Leave me down below in the comments so we can discuss what you like and what I like, what we love. And that's the beautiful art of fragrance. All right, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Hopefully y'all have a blessed and safe week. Let me know what you guys wear. Let's talk fragrances. All right, baby. Until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. And remember, as always, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. That's for real. And remember, splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. All right. Peace. See y'all on the next one.